Alright, Technobots, it's time for action! Transform into Computron! Datum. Enemy forces drawing near. Datum. Allies in danger. Conclusion. Computron must engage.
Hey YouTubers, Grimmy Dragon here, and we're back for review time once again, and today we are finishing off our Computron marathon with the bot himself, Computron. That's right, we got the combined form of the entire team, all the Technobots, put together in this one big massive bot, and he is quite nice looking, and that is huge. As you can see, we got afterburner, strafe, light speed, and nose cone in their more well-known places, and it works pretty well. I mean, this looks like G1 Computron from head to toe. Of course, he does need some new shoes. That's just the way the hand-foot guns are, unfortunately. But all in all, it does look pretty good. Now we'll start off with articulation. Since this is a combiner, it's pretty standard with any of them. But you got the forward, backward, in and out at the shoulders, ratcheted, very nice. You do have a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows, but they can only go like so far just due to the way everything is placed. No waist on Computron, unfortunately, but you do have ratcheted hips, both in and out, front and back. Ratcheted knee, like swivel at the thigh, another swivel right above the knee, and of course you got the wrists. Careful they don't pop out while you're swiveling them, or that happens. But they do swivel, hands do open, thumb opens, and you can move the knuckles in. So the hands are pretty well articulated. Feet can just move left and right, and you can adjust the heel a bit if you need to, which is handy for some poses. But all in all, he is quite poseable. Oh yeah, head is on a hand, left and right movement. Almost forgot. But yeah, quite poseable and very well painted. And as with the rest of the team, Computron got some nice retooling, mostly from Scattershot. As far as individual retooling, you got the new chest plate, which looks really good. And they even went so far to paint bits that look like computer lights. So it really looks like he's processing data. And that looks wonderful. I do like that. Very accurate to the show. And well, let's get a good look at that new head sculpt. Oop. We're in. There we go. And that looks really good. I mean, big improvement over reusing the Superion head on the Combiner Wars Scattershot. So I'm very happy with this new head. And love that visor, love that gold face. And yeah, these antennae do move back like the Superion ones do, but they are a soft, like, they're a very hard plastic. They're not soft at all. So that is cool. As you can see, weapons have a place to go as well. On the shoulders, you do have one of Afterburner's guns, as well as all of Strafe's guns showing. On the thighs, you have Nose Cone's smaller guns, and Scattershot, Nose Cone, and Lightspeed's guns do combine into this large laser weapon, which is awesome looking. But Afterburner did have one more gun, which is just being stored on the back, which is okay. I mean, at least it has a place to go. And I do like this figure. I think this is a great combination, and it works perfectly for Computron. Now, I don't have the Hasbro Computron, but I do have Betatron. What the retail release Scattershot was supposed to be the Torso 4. Because they weren't planning to do Computron at the time. Which was a shame. But they fixed it, made their own Computron. But this is using the molds that Computron, like Hasbro's Computron, would be using, minus the custom hands and feet that came with that set. But you can see, even with that, this is quite a difference. I mean, obviously this arm would be the same either way, but the rest of the bot is totally different. And it is amazing how much of a difference Hasbro and Takara have over each other. And it kind of makes me want to get the Hasbro Computron anyway, because, you know, custom hands and feet and different takes on the characters, which is pretty awesome in itself. But if I have to choose one, I'm glad I chose Takara's version. But I guess there is one more thing we got to talk about, since this is a Combiner Wars or Unite Warriors figure. It's a Scramble City styled figure. And every limb bot can become either an arm or a leg. So why don't we get these swapped around and see how they look as the opposite part. Oh, wait, before we do that, there is one more comparison I want to do. And that last comparison is with the other Takara combiner that I actually happen to own, Defensor. Oh. And yeah, Defensor is using the Perfect Effect combiner feet. As you can see, these do go quite well together. They look very nice, and it is great to have a couple Takara combiners together. So yeah, quite honestly, it's nice to see Computron with some of the other combiners, and I think this one works pretty well. But as I was saying before, these are Scramble City styled figures, so we should try to get them together in the opposite form, swapping the arms and the legs. So without further ado, so here we have Computron in the alternate combine mode. And I'm a little leery on how well this is actually working. Given how Afterburner and Strafe have such high kneecap, like knee guard things, it's a little awkward, to say the least. Naturally, I'm not fond of this mold as an arm. Just the way the articulation works, it's not the best. Although Rook is always Nose Cone is a solid arm. The Rook mold is usually pretty good with either way. But articulation would be the same as before, and all in all, it doesn't look bad. So I can't really fault it. But there is one thing I almost forgot to do. Since this thing here does work off that same connection, you can connect it and have a drill arm, which is quite awesome. I mean, that's pretty cool. So once again, you can have Computron piercing the heavens. So yeah, always cool. But still, I do like Computron. I'm very happy to have him. Yeah, this one doesn't quite peg in as much as the others do, so yeah, Strafe's probably better off as an arm. In any case, I really do like Computron. I highly recommend him. The Takara version might be a little tricky to get. Try to order from Big Bad Toy Store or TF Source if you can, because ordering directly from Japan will be very costly on the shipping department, just because the exchange rates kind of went up. So just keep an eye on that. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. So until then, goodbye out there, whatever you are.